Today we are in Hotel Buena Vista with our great friend Axel. He invited us over to come and take a look at it. This is a fishing town. He's going to give us a better story or history on what's going on with these little towns. But we're in the East Cape, you know?
East Cape. This is the East Cape region. Arturo, welcome to Hotel Buena Vista. Established in 1976. It's a family resort. We've been fishermen ever since we were born, and we continue the tradition that my dad started. We are the host hotel for the Bisbees tournament for the past 13 years up here in the East Cape. It's only a 45-minute drive from Los Cabos Airport. This hotel has all the services. We'll pick up from the airport. A chauffeur will be waiting for you outside the gate. Drive you 45 minutes north to the CO Cortez site, where you are going to find our hotel and all its accommodations and restaurant and all the activities that we have.
Yes, there's a few different tournaments, you know. There's a few different tournaments that they do around this area, and the reason why is because the ocean here is so wealthy. You just go 5 miles or 2 miles out from shore and you start catching from tunas, all the pelagic fish, which is great. I even brought my equipment so that we can do some surf casting fishing tomorrow morning, and hopefully we'll get to land something. I was looking at the water temperatures, they're about 80 degrees right now, 82,
They're coming up,
degrees.
they're coming up.
Super
yes.
hot. That means that they're gonna start getting the big blue and black marlins around this area, which is pretty good. August what, 3rd?
4th through the 8th.
4th through the 8th, that's the Bisbees on the East Cape, and this is actually where they do it. Hopefully we'll get to participate as a team CABO sport fishing this year. So that's our plan. Fingers crossed, if everything goes well and all these pandemic stuff starts allowing us to get back to work, it'll be a pretty great thing, and we can get to participate in this great tournament. And there's 2 different seasons, you know?
Yes, definitely. The East Cape, different than CABO season, fishing season, is normally happens in the late spring all the way to early fall. Different than CABO that normally starts in the late summer all the way to spring. For us, it's a little different. We normally have the best fishing as when the hottest months are in. August, September, June is a very popular month. July is a very popular month. Our neighbors have the Dorado Shootout. We have the Bisbees in August. Then we have the Oahu tournament and a tuna tournament as well, all in the area. The area is definitely was started as a fishing destination back in the 1950s. All the major Hollywood stars used to come here as well as they did to CABO. We have our neighbors that started in 1952. We started in 76, and other hotels in the area as well.
I've been through here, and there was thousands of people out there kite fishing. And it
Kite
looks pretty
surfing.
Cool. Kite surfing. That's the name of it. Kite surfing.
We do kite surfing.
Kite surfing. They have a surf fishing. I mean, not fishing. Everything's fishing for me. But that's true.
Yeah, during the winter we
surfing.
have a lot of wind. Normally we don't have that great for fishing on the CO Cortez side in the winter, November through March. But that's when the kite surfers and windsurfers come down to test the winds that we have.
Do they have tournaments for that as well?
The Lords of the Wind used to be the biggest tournament in our state. Unfortunately, last year they stopped doing them, so we'll see if we can restart it.
So right now we're just walking to our room, and to me this is kind of, it looks like an hacienda type of resort. It's a little bit of like an hacienda style. And then we have actually little like bungalows. That's actually, it's just a room for you to sleep. The whole purpose is so that we can be outside all day, so that you can actually come over and enjoy the beach and go surfing or fishing or stay at the pool. They have thermal waters, I think that's what they're called. The swimming pool, it's actually filled up with the thermal natural spring waters that come out of the ground, which is kind of cool. They don't really smell like Clorox. Right now the pandemic just kind of it's still going on. I think that's what I heard. And so right now there's a lot of rules, regulations to follow, which is okay, and they're being pretty restricted. about it, and we just gotta respect them and enjoy life the best we can. These are the little bungalows where we're gonna be spending the night. We have a hammocks. Everybody has their own hammock, which is pretty cool. And AC, which is great because it's super hot right now. It's really nice and hot and humid, which is pretty good because we're gonna go jump into the ocean in a little bit. Uf. Ay, está rico aquí adentro. It feels good. It feels nice and fresh in here. Okay, well, as you can see, it's only a couple beds. Let me turn on the light so maybe you guys can see. It's a couple of beds, AC, restroom, just an accommodation for you to sleep. And usually people they come over, they spend a week, and all week long they're either fishing or surfing. And you spend most of the time out there, either at the pool, the beach, fishing or surfing. You don't really want to be in here. And if you want to be indoors, well, stay home. Might as well stay home. So we're gonna wait for Axel to break free so that he can give us a quick tour of the place as well. Okay, let's go meet up with Axel. Axel, I just saw him pass by. I think he went to the restaurant, and we're gonna go meet up with him.
Around the pool area, that will be converted to the captain's meeting area, and that normally happens only on the first day. And the check-in and the registration happens at the restaurant, and in the bar, it's just entertainment until everybody gets signed up. The beach, as you can see, most of our boats.
Nice and calm, huh?
Yes, that's the big difference between CABO and the inside the Sea Cortez. The sea is much calmer. We normally have a roll-in, roll-out dock that we use to load and unload the persons on the boats. It's a private movable dock that we put in the water every day and get it out. Pretty much this is where you launch from. You have breakfast in the morning in the patio, walk down to the dock, you're out fishing 6:30, come back 2:30, 3:30 o'clock. Specialized company is South Baja Outfitters. It's our company that specializes in fly fishing, conventional fishing, surf fishing, and it covers also our fleet, which normally consists of our signature boat, which is a 29 twin engine, 270 horsepower Cummins engines, and they're very comfortable, quite fast. Several of them have already won the East Cape tournament, proudly to say that. And this is where we normally are fishing. Either inshore for rooster fish. Normally we go to the lighthouse south or north. That's another thing that we have here in the East Cape. You can either go south down to all the way to Island Bank if we want, or we can go up to the island north in Cerralvo Island, south point of Cerralvo Island. That's another ground that we cover.
Right here. How many miles is Cerralvo?
To Cerralvo, it's about 32 miles.
32 miles?
Yes.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, yeah.
Okay, what other activities do people do around here? I was looking at the kayaks and paddle boards, and do they do snorkel, or there's ATV tours or anything like that around here?
Everything.
Yes.
It's an isolated area. Urban, I mean, not urban at all. It's you're away from everything. And yes, we do have ATV tours up the mountains. Normally, we go out to a waterfall that we have nearby. Also, we have snorkeling tours. We're only 45 minutes from Cabo Pulmo, which is the only coral reef alive in the northwestern
Cabo
hemisphere.
Pulmo is not that far from here,
No.
and it's awesome.
It's a great place. It's been a park since '94, and it's amazing, the life. San Diego, the Script Oceanography Institute named it the healthiest body of water in the world. So you can imagine that the life that you see,
Yes.
it's incredible.
I've been snorkeling there many times, and it's beautiful.
Yes, beautiful.
Also, I was explaining about your swimming pool. You said that the swimming pool or the jacuzzi is actually filled with nothing but the hot spring water.
Yes.
So it's a natural hot spring water coming out of the jacuzzi.
We have a well, and the temperature of the water when it comes out is about 145 to 160 degrees during the season. The reason why the house was built here, it was built by General Agustino Lachea, past governor of the territory then, and 2 times Secretary of Defense for Mexico. He built a house here because of the well, the natural hot spring well. It's an underground river that overflows into the ocean. You can actually feel the hot springs when you're in the ocean. It's very unique. That same water is the one we use in the whole premises. I mean, to cook, to drink, for the pool. But the jacuzzi is different. The jacuzzi, we're recycling the water. So the water is being used, recycling every day, just enough so it gets warm to the temperature that needs to be.
But it comes from the hot spring.
But it comes from the hot spring. You will see around the premises that we have water containers. The idea of the water container is that you bring your glass and you can drink our water from any of the containers. The water is being refilled from the well directly, and it's totally pure, excellent water.
So it's the only resort around the Baja where I have been that they don't sell you a water bottle.
We're trying to avoid as much as possible. You'll see when you go out and fishing on our boats, we have a big water container.
Which is good because you don't have the bottles and they don't end up in the ocean, and all these
and
things.
that's something that we
awesome.
Yeah, that's something that we're trying to avoid. It's difficult. It's little baby steps, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Tonight we have every Saturday, the spring through early summer, because after that it gets a little too warm. We have the Saturdays. We have the beach party. We have a bonfire going as well. Everything is to the grill. Normally we have fresh fish. That's the best recommendation. Not to mention the
I just had the burger, the
tuna
sandwich. No, that was a pretty good sandwich. Yes. I admit it.
And the barbecue ribs are incredible as well. So it's good. It's a good feast. Normally, what happens during a regular year, our guests will bring their fish back from fishing and bring it to the kitchen, and we'll also serve them lots of different recipes. Yes, a lot of different recipes, so they can experience what they caught, and the experience goes all the way to the table when you come to dinner.
Let's just ask one of your clients passing by right now with a Jedi bag. He said they went out yesterday and they caught a bunch of Dorados.
Yes, they did.
So the Dorados are here, which is pretty good. We're not catching Dorados in CABO right now. Yes. The water got kind of cold, and I was looking at the water temperature, and it's really hot over here. The water break is actually really close to here.
Very close, yes.
Which is pretty good.
Yes. Today, our boat that went out got 4 marlins and 2 tunas. They found tuna. And yes, Mr. Hayes from California, Gina and Mike, they went fishing. And yesterday they bumped into a lot of Dorado up in the buoys north. And the day before, they went south and they found the tuna, and they found 3 marlin and 10 tuna. So the fishing is here. This is a good time for it, and I'm sure you can enjoy it.
Okay, pues muchas gracias. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for allowing us to be here. I actually brought my whole family with me today. And we're gonna be feasting tonight. And we'll see. I'm gonna give it a try on the fishing too. I'm gonna surf cast, and then hopefully if it's pretty good by next week, let me know and I'll come back and we'll go fishing.
All right. Yes.
Okay, so right now we're about to get into a nice feast where we're gonna have a Mexican fiesta night. Axel is gonna describe to us what we're gonna be doing here, but this is actually pretty much, we're right on the beach.
Well guys, welcome to our Saturday night on the beach, dinner on the beach. Here is where you bring your catch and we grill it. This happens every Saturday, starting in the spring, and it goes all the way to July, and also the Bisbees tournament. Well, as you can see, we have our menu, 5 different options, 2 entries, 2 super salad, and 5 options for the main entry. We have, of course, the specialty of the kitchen of our chefs is the fish that you catch. We also have barbecue ribs that are very popular, our flank steak, fettuccine with shrimp, as well as fajitas. Of course, we have to have fajitas. This goes on every Saturday. You're welcome. If you're in San Jose, you're in San Lucas, don't hesitate to drive up. We'll happy
Happy to have you.
And with drinks and everything right now, like I said, we're still kind of getting off the pandemic stuff, and it seems like people are starting to get here. Tomorrow morning we're gonna go surf fishing. We're gonna go try a few different spots in the morning and see what we can do. Hopefully we get to catch something. But for now we're gonna have a few drinks and we're gonna enjoy a nice meal.